there's 30 different businesses inside real estate. You mentioned single family residential, retail, office, industrial, multifamily. There's 30 different spaces. We tend to focus on stuff that we think is monopolistic in structure. So we're looking for companies that have secular demand drivers, which are not cyclical, where the landlord has a piece of real estate that, practically speaking, you must have and you can't leave. And so therefore, as landlord, I can essentially maintain high occupancy and drive rent. So we're focused in on, essentially, for lack of a better description, technology-related real estate. Digital real estate, fiber backhaul, data centers, small cells, towers, all that kind of stuff.
So this,
globally.
right, and this has been an area of tremendous demand, though, right? And
Yeah.
tremendous.
This is not unknown.
It's
right?
not an unknown trend. I'm trying to understand when you decide it's gotten to peak valuation, or when you decide you don't really have as much upside.
You know, if I knew that, perhaps I wouldn't be working. Organizationally, we're fantastic at underwriting companies and ideas and businesses and real estate. We're not particularly good at predicting the future, particularly in the short term. So I can tell you how a company's going to do. I can't tell you 3 months from now what the share price is going to be. But as a frame of reference, data centers trading today at about 17 to 18 times EBITDA, which would be the equivalent, if this were commercial real estate, of a cap rate of, call it a 6 or a 6.5. Would you rather buy an office building in New York? Let's say you could go down and buy Hudson Yards at call it a 4.5 to a 5 with inflationary growth, or would you rather have a data center portfolio where demand for mobile data is growing at 45% per year? This is a 5-year forward-looking CAGR from Cisco. The numbers in the industry are so large that most regular people have trouble wrapping their brains around the number of zeros at the end of the one. By 2026, the amount of data that the planet will generate every day will be the equivalent of 1 million libraries of Congress. It's an amount of stuff that's so big that it's mind-boggling.
All right, so what proportion of your portfolio is in these types of properties?
Well, roughly 40% is in data-related real estate. So these would be cloud data centers, enterprise data centers, fiber backhaul, co-location, small cells, macro towers. Another 15% is in infrastructure, and 10% is in lab space, wet lab space leased to biotech companies. So we don't own Hudson Yards. We don't own apartments. We don't own anything that doesn't have a long-term rocket attached to its back for secular demand.
Does it